Good day everyone. I'll be discussing our Valenzuela Hospital Patient Satisfaction Survey system for the user. So first, how to access the survey. So the user can access the survey in a couple of ways directly from the main screen. Ang option 1 po namin is yung Start Patient Survey button. So kapag yung user po ay nasa main screen or main page na po sila ng form, they can simply tap the Start Patient Survey button para makapag-start na po sagot ng survey. And then, yung option 2 naman po namin is yung to scan the QR code. Kapag yung user po ay gumagamit ng ibang device, they can use their camera para po mascan yung QR code and it will be automatically open sa web browser po nila. So, under po ng QR code po namin, meron pong 3 important points po about sa survey. Yung una po is yung confidentiality, next po is yung quick or yung estimated time po ng pagsagot ng survey, and then yung last po is kung saan po accessible yung form namin, kung sa mobile device po ba or sa web browser. Once na nag-start na po sila sa survey, the first section na makikita po nila is yung privacy and consent notice. Following this, the survey will ask them a few series of questions about their experience, primarily using a rating scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is strongly disagree and 5 is strongly agree. So, yan po yung mga example po ng questions po namin. And then, at the end of the form, they will find a dedicated space for additional feedback. Ito po, pwede po silang maglagay ng comments or feedbacks regarding po dun sa survey or dun sa questions na sinagutan nila. So, once na na-complete na po nila yung lahat ng record na questions, they can simply tap the Submit Feedback button at the bottom. And then, yung last part po, a confirmation will appear sa screen po nila, which is yung thank you message po, or a sign na natapos na po nila or na-record na po yung responses nila.
I will be explaining our code and what technology we use for our system. So, firstly, our primary objective was to modernize the patient feedback progress. Traditional paper forms often prone to data entry errors. To solve this, we built a digital solution that allows patients to submit feedback instantly by a web interface or QR code. To ensure scalability and security, we built this system using ASP.NET Core 8.0. With C#, we chose this framework because of its strong typing and built-in dependency injection, which allows us to build a modular and maintainable codebase. For our database, we utilize PostgreSQL hosted on Render. We interact with this database using Entity Framework Core. This object relational mapper allows us to work with data using C# object rather than raw SQL, which significantly prevents SQL injection attacks and improves database development speed. Now, let's look at how the data is structured. Here in our hospital TV context class, you can see our 3 core entities: survey questions, submissions, and survey response. These TV sets properties map directly to our tables in PostgreSQL. By defining the relationships here, we ensure that every response is strictly linked to a valid submission and question, maintaining referential integrity throughout the system. In terms of core logic, we prioritize data validation. For example, in our survey control, the survey enforces a strict check on the user's content before any data is processed. We also have integrated specific libraries to enhance functionality. We use QRcode.js. It is a client-side JavaScript library to generate dynamic QR codes for each survey sessions. Additionally, for our reporting module, we implemented iText7, a net library that allows administrators to programmably export detailed PDF reports. In summary, this architecture provides a robust, secure, and scalability foundation for digitalizing hospital feedback.
Okay, now we move on to the discussion of our database, of our system. So for our database, we used uh, PostgreSQL hosted using Render Cloud Platform. This was suggested by my classmate to in order for us to solve the problem that we are facing, which is a real-time connectivity to mobile users. So basically, our system requires us uh, to host using Render so that we're gonna be able to use the QR code scanning mechanism or the QR code function of our system. Uh, okay, a traditional local database would not work because it does not accept connections from the public internet, or basically it's just a local connection, so it won't be able to use the QR code that has been generated to connect to the database. So by using the Postgre uh, database on Render, we were able to establish a live infrastructure that allows us to use the QR code function of the system. So basically, we're able to communicate the inputs of the users to the back end of our system. This ensures that uh, when the user submits using the QR code that they scanned, and when they fill up the form and submit to the database, it will instantly be forwarded to the system and will be recorded without them having to answer using a local survey form. Okay. Uh, Internally, we structured the database using normalized relational schema. Okay, we use three tables, which is survey questions, which contains the questions of the survey. Then we have the submissions to track the user sessions and the submissions, and the responses store the feedback of the users. Okay. We used a one-to-many relationship here where a single unique submission ID serves as a foreign key for multiple response rows. And finally, to protect sensitive data, we integrated ASP.NET Core Identity Framework, which utilizes a separate set of system tables to handle encryption and authentication, ensuring that while the public or the users can write data to the system, only authorized administrators can access full reports and as well as to create new questions for the survey. Thank you.
Now, I will explain the admin side of our Valenzuela Hospital feedback and satisfaction system. The admin plays a vital role in managing, monitoring, and improving the hospital services through the system. First, the admin logs in using a secured admin account to ensure that only authorized personnel can access the system's management features. Once logged in, the admin can create and manage survey questions. These questions are used to gather patient feedbacks regarding hospital services, staff performance, and overall patient's experience. The admin also has the ability to edit existing questions whenever updates or improvements are needed. The system allows the admin to monitor patients' responses in real time. This includes tracking the Net Prompter scores, which measures patients' loyalty, as well as the average satisfaction rating based on the collected feedback. To make the data easier to understand, the system provides a graphical presentation of the satisfaction analysis, such as bar graph. This helps the admin quickly identify trends, strengths, and areas that are needed improvement. Additionally, the admin can view written feedback from users, allowing the hospital to understand specific concern, suggestions, or recommendation directly from patients. For documentation and reporting purposes, the admin can export analytics in Excel and PDF formats, making it easy to share reports with hospital management and other departments. Lastly, the admin has the authority to delete responses or data if necessary, ensuring that system remains accurate, secure, and well maintained. In summary, the admin module helps Valenzuela Hospital efficiently manage feedbacks, analyze patient satisfaction, and support continuous improvement of healthcare services.